Yay. Okay, let me mute you ladies too. Mute myself. That'll make it difficult for us, I think. Perfect. All right, so go ahead and lay on your back for me first. Get a little bit of a stretch in, and then we'll get going. If you want your balls on, you can, but I would like for you to really think about not using them for abs, just so you can really stay in your core and not your hip flexor. So just bring your knees into your chest for me, and just start to take that soft little rock from side to side, massaging that lower back, and really setting that intention for class today. Take a big inhale and exhale. Come back through center for me. Extend that right leg similar to Tuesday. You're going to pull left knee into your chest. Don't raise that right leg yet. Just really think about almost like you're rocking a little bit from side to side. Windshield wiper that leg. And then bring that knee back to center. You're going to lift head, neck, and shoulders up. And then you're going to hover that right leg. It's just a hold. I want you to focus here on your breath. So take a big inhale. As you exhale, you're gonna almost tuck your tailbone under, make sure lower back is pressed onto that mat. Pull that left knee in, hold here, big inhale. Exhale, contract your abs, come up 1 inch higher. One more breath, big inhale. Exhale, contract, really point through that right leg, and then take that big inhale, exhale, release down, switch out those legs. You're gonna bring that right knee into your chest. Take that nice little rock, almost like a windshield wiper. You're not pulling it all the way across your body, but you're just moving that leg around. And then I want you to pull it in towards your chest, lift head, neck, and shoulders, and then you're gonna hover that bottom leg. So if you don't breathe through this, you will not feel it. So think about a tuck in your tailbone, almost like you're rolling through that spine, and then pull belly button in, pull, 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 pull. You're gonna take one more big breath here. We're gonna go into our switches, stay centered, don't twist in 3, in 2. So you're gonna switch right leg, switch left leg. Good, switch right leg here, switch left leg. Stay slow and controlled and stay right in that center movement. This is for those lower abs, but because you're lifting your neck, you're thinking, it's almost like you have an apple, an orange, even an egg. Keep a light tuck of that neck, looking towards that knee. Don't look up towards that ceiling, and don't press your neck into that chin. You have 15 more seconds right here. You can do this. You're just switching those legs. If you need to keep your hands behind your head for those switches, you can keep both hands behind your head. You don't have to pull. You've got 5 and 4. We rest in 3, rest in 2. On 1, both knees come into your chest. Tiny little rock from side to side. Again, we're just easing into it. From here, I want you to keep both knees pulled into your chest. You're gonna lift head, neck, and shoulders. We're gonna extend hands and feet, just 6 reps here. Big reach, and then reach towards your ankles. Extend, exhale, and then reach towards those ankles. 4 to go. Exhale, reach, and then pull everything back in. 3 more. Exhale and inhale. Here we go. Final 2. Knees come into your chest after this last one right here. Bring these into your chest. Come up 1 inch higher. Hands come behind your head. Slow bicycles. Twist, twist. Good. Twist and twist. So we're hitting lower abs right here and your obliques. When you're twisting, I want you to extend. Get that right elbow to that left knee, left elbow to that right. Find that twisting motion in your core. You do not have to rush through these. It's all about your breath. As you use those breaths, exhale, lift, reach, squeeze. You've got 10 seconds, 9 and 8. You're gonna come in for that next rest in 7. Good, Jordan. 6 and 5. We rest in 4 and 3. Keep switching. 2, last switch right here, left, lower down, rest. Knees come into your chest. You're being really thoughtful through this first couple of minutes as we set that intention. From here, I want you to let your feet come flat on your mat, and then I want you to take your heels down onto that mat. Your toes are gonna lift up. So heels are what tap, toes lift. Hands come behind your head. Keep your feet flat. Keep your feet down for the first couple. You're gonna exhale, lift up, look right between those knees. Inhale, lower down. Now on this next one, I want you to lift straight up, look towards that ceiling. So instead of rounding through that spine to pull on that neck, pretend like there's a string on that nose. You're lifting right up towards that ceiling. You're pressing your hands in towards your head in toward your hands, if I can say that correctly. Do not pull on that neck. And you're gonna really think about pulling that spine in. On this next one, I want you to hold at the top. Now bring those elbows in, knees tap those elbows, open elbows, tap heels. Elbows come in to tap knees, and then you lower down, tap those heels. So you're staying lifted in that core. 3 to go right here, and then we'll lower down on each one. So you're staying lifted for 2 more. Lower down, open elbows, elbows come in, tap knees. Now we lower everything down. Exhale, lift, tap knees. Lower everything down, exhale, lift, tap knees. So you've got an advanced movement here. You're using lower abs and those upper abs. 3 more, keep your lower back on that mat for 2 more. Exhale, lift, squeeze. Last one right here. Keep those elbows in, tap 10 times, 10, 9, knees to elbows, elbows to knees. Come into that tight little ball. Yes, you can. Just tap those elbows to those knees. You can do it. 5, 4 more and a rest, 3 more and a rest, 2 more and a rest. Last one, knees into your chest, rest. You should feel all that warmth in lower abs. Now cross your ankles, rock yourself up to your seated position. Bring your feet right back behind you. You're gonna spread fingertips out nice and wide. Your tailbone leads this motion. You're gonna start to tuck that tailbone under, lifting that spine all the way up into that nice cat stretch. Then your tailbone starts to untuck right here. You look towards that wall in front of you. Give me one more cat-cow stretch. Press, press, press. Tuck tailbone under. Feel lower abs starting to turn on. And then let that belly collapse. You're going to walk down towards your forearms here. Walk your right foot back, left foot back. You're in your first forearm plank. Yes. Get cozy here. Big inhale, big exhale. What I want you to think about in that first plank is spreading fingertips out nice and wide here. Only missed a couple of minutes of abs. So once you're ready, get right into your plank for me. Big inhale here, big exhale. Every time you exhale, I need you to think belly button pulls up towards your spine. Feet are nice and flexed, shoulders right over those elbows. 30 seconds to go into this plank. No one drops. I need you to think about where you're squeezing. Are you breathing? Don't look down towards your toes. Look to the edge of that mat. Take the big inhale. As you exhale, you contract everything right there for me. You've got it. Final 15 seconds. Don't drop. Big inhale here. And your exhale, you're going to take a small rest before we get into that first set of push-ups. In 10, you find that child's pose. Do not lose that plank, Kathleen. Beautiful form right there. 8, 7, 6, and 5. Final 4 and 3. Last 2. Knees come down. They open nice and wide. You're going to press your heel toward your seat. If you're just joining, get right onto your back. Give me some crunches there. Just lifting those right up towards that spine. Find those. We're going to be in those push-ups in about 8 seconds here. So take one more big stretch, press seat back towards those hips, reach fingertips towards the edge of that mat. You're going to come up and meet me in that modified push-up form to start. Everyone, hands right under your shoulders. From here, you're going to come down. Your chest is going to hit that mat. Release hands and lift. Press hands back. Come into that modified position. You're welcome to transition onto your toes. I need your hands to lift. I need you to squeeze between those shoulder blades. Meet me in your push-ups when you're ready. Full hand release push-ups. I want the lift of your chest coming off of that mat instead of just releasing and pressing back up. So you lift, squeeze shoulder blades, press into that mat, come up. You still have 30 seconds, so you don't have to race to rep these out, but I want you to get nice and warm in your shoulders. When you come down to release those hands, lift hands off the mat, lift chest up, squeeze shoulder blades, then you press into that mat, coming all the way back up. Just 15 seconds right here. Use your breath. Exhale as you press up, inhale as you lower. Second round in your forearm plank in 5, in 4, find your full forearm plank in 3, in 2, in 1, forearms hit that mat, you hold. We're doing this 3 times. So you just get cozy in those shoulders and those little nice squeezes. Here's what I want you to think about in your plank. Take a big inhale, spread your fingertips out, press your forearms into that mat. Think about that line that you created with your body. So you're zipping up those inner thighs. Pretend like there's a ball or a block between your legs, and you're just trying to squeeze it as tight as you can. So like tuck up that tailbone under, and then find your breath. Big inhale and big exhale. If you clench your jaw, you're going to be out of this so much faster than you want to be. If you are looking toward your knees or your toes, I promise they're not moving. Here's that halfway point. You still have 30 seconds. You're going to be fine. My advanced folks, you're going to dip your hips to the right side, come through center, left side, Do not rush these or you'll lose your form. So I want you to be thoughtful of those hip dips. They're just the option. You do not have to. In 15 seconds, we're in our second set of push-ups. In 10, in 9, you can do it. 8 and 7, good. 6 and 5, final. 4 and 3, come back through center, drop those knees down, walk up to your hands. Find that modified position, hand release, push-ups, lower down, lift, squeeze shoulder blades, exhale, press up. Lower down, lift, squeeze shoulder blades, exhale, press up. Each round gets shorter, so don't stress. It's only 30 seconds that last round, getting into those push-ups and those forearm planks. You can do it all the way down. Inhale, exhale, press yourself back up. 15 seconds right here. Final plank and push-up round right after this. So you're fine. You got it. You got it. Everybody is in that forearm plank in 10, 9, 8, and 7. We're going to advance it by giving you an option. You can either stay isometric or you'll move your feet for me. In 3, find your forearm plank. In 2, everybody find your forearm plank. First option, you've got to find that foundation. So just set your form right here. If you want to advance it, you're walking your feet out, in with control. Don't rush it. Out, in, feet go out, in. Think lower abs as you're contracting through it on those forearms. It's not a big movement. Out, in. My advanced girls better be in this right now, giving it a try. I want to see it. 10 and 9, good. 8 and 7, final round of push-ups. They're not hand release, regular push-ups, 30 seconds. Don't give up on yourself. Ignore what your mind is telling you. In 5, in 4, good. 3 and 2, last one. Drop to those knees, come up to your hands, finish 30 seconds right here. Lower, lift, squeeze, burn it out. Lower, lift, squeeze. There may or may not be any more push-ups today, so finish these really strong. 20 seconds. It doesn't have to be a hand release. If you want to keep it a hand release to keep going lower, you can. You're right back on your back after this. We finish those abs now that your arms are a little bit warmer. 15 seconds is all I need from you. I know you have it. Lower down, lift, squeeze. Yes, Jay. Hold on to those. 8 and 7. Everyone comes through their back. It's a quick transition. In 6, in 5. You'll only have 3 more changes in your abs. In 4, 3, 2, rest. Come right onto your back, pull your knees into your chest. Heart rate probably just came up there a second. I want you to give me a little rock from side to side. Extend both of your legs long. It is 3 changes. I know you have it. Reach your hands up towards the ceiling. Take a big inhale, alternating V up to start. Lower down, exhale, lift, squeeze. Lower down, exhale, lift, squeeze. Here's what I need. I'd rather you go slower and keep your legs straight. If you need to bend your knee, bend your knee. Listen to your body. Listen to if you're fatigued. We're already at Thursday. We've made it almost through this week. You have 15 seconds left. You're going to come into that tabletop position. We hit our bicycles next. You have it. In 10, stay in your alternating V-ups. They're just so good. You've got 8 and 7. Beautiful. 6 and 5. Final 4 and 3. Last 2. Hands reach towards that ceiling. Legs float up to tabletop. Take a big inhale. I want you to come up nice and high and then reach those hands behind your head. You twist right and left. Twist right, left. You can do it. Tap and tap for me. Tap and tap. Hold on to it. One more change. That's it. We move on to legs. Full extension of those legs, get them down towards that ground a little bit more to a hover and point through those toes. Make this as pretty, yes. It can go a little bit higher than that, but I bet you feel that difference a little bit higher so we don't hurt that back. 10 seconds, 9 and 8, 7 and 6, good, 5, 4, final 3, last 2, bring your knees into your chest. Take a big inhale. On the exhale, lift head, neck, and shoulders. Here's where it gets fun. You go back to those reaches. Reach toes and arms, and then reach towards your hands. Reach into opposition, and then reach back towards your ankles and your feet. You've got this. Everyone is breathing. You have 20 seconds. We rest. You're getting ready to get up after this for that first standing leg series. You've got it. Final little bit. 15 seconds here. You don't stop, don't stop. Yes, Court, those look great. Lower back is pressed into that mat. Everyone is breathing. Final 5 seconds. 4, can you give me one more? 3, 2, rest, 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 rest. Bring knees into your chest. Take that nice little rock from side to side. And then I want you to rock yourself up to that seated position for me. And then I want you to bring your feet right behind you. Find one cat-cow stretch. And then we're going to get ready to get into those legs by standing up. Go ahead and tuck your toes. And I do want you to pedal out those feet in that downward dog for 4. Oh yeah, give it a stretch. 3 and 2. On 1, start walking feet into your hands, hands into your feet. Slowly roll yourself all the way up to the top. Your abs should be warm. I love those abs. We're gonna start in our reverse lunges. So take a sip of water and get yourself ready. Slow and controlled is what I need to start. And you're in those in 5, in 4, good, 3 and 2. You step right foot back, center, left foot back and center. Don't mind my phone today, I gotta check into my flight. Everyone breathe for me right here. What I want you to think about in your reverse lunges, you should be able to almost tap that knee down. I'd rather you take your time and get lower in that movement than just repping it out here. So tap right knee, lift, squeeze, tap left knee, lift and squeeze. Driving through that front heel every time that you come up. You still have 20 seconds, so don't feel like you are gonna miss out on this nice warmth. Big lift and squeeze. Lower down, big lift and squeeze. You're gonna turn, if you cannot step out to the side here, we got some around the world things happening today. You'll turn so that you're staying in the center of your mat so you can keep moving for me, unless you can step out to the side. In 8 seconds, you're gonna stay in the middle. We're gonna step right side, and then we're gonna step left side in that nice side lunge in 5. In 4, we've got this 3, beautiful, 2. I'm gonna turn to my side right here. Everyone meets me in the center of that mat. You step left foot out together, right foot out together. I want these slow. I know you can go as fast as possible. I didn't cue your balls on. I know most of you already have them on. If you want to stick them on and you didn't, I'll give you the break. You have another round where we add some things together. I need your chest to stay proud. So don't worry about how low that chest goes. As you step out, your booty shifts to the back of the room, you step together. So sink into that imaginary chair. You should feel the length building in that inner thigh for me. You've got this. Big step out, big step in. Here we go. You have 10 seconds left. That's it. 9 and 8. All the way down, all 10 toes face forward. Shoot that booty to the back of the room. In 4, you meet me center of that mat. In 3, in 2, everyone turn back towards the front. If you haven't already, you're stepping forward. You step forward in that lunge together. Step forward in that lunge together. For most of you, I know this is super basic, but I just want you to work every inch of that leg. We stay centered for this next change. You're stepping forward. Think about knees over ankles here and knee under that hip. So just make sure you're not overstepping and that ankle comes way in front of that knee. 15 seconds to go right here. Remember, your chest is proud. So you can find a small hinge if you need to, but every time you step, you're almost tapping that knee down. You drive through that front heel as you come back to center. 8 seconds here. You meet me in the center. We have good mornings to round it out before we start putting things together. In 5, in 4, meet me at the center of your mat. In 3, in 2, hands come behind your head, soft bend in your knees, shift those hips to the back of the room, lift up and squeeze. I love it because it feels like everyone's like, oh, is this a break? While we do these around the worlds in slow motion. We'll put it together, it'll get fun. Lower, lift and squeeze right here. We're gonna stay on that right side, stay in your good mornings as I talk you through next set. You are gonna end up on that right side only here. We are gonna step in our reverse lunge, our side lunge. We're gonna step together. You're gonna give me a knee lift hold, and then I'll cue you to start it again. I need balance at the end of it. 10 seconds here. In 9, 8, right leg only is gonna move. In 7, in 6, give me 1 to 2 more good mornings. In 5, you stand. In 4, 3, 2, everyone take a big inhale. Big roll of those shoulders for me. I want you to think there's actually 4 changes happening here. Start with your reverse lunge in 3. In 2, you're gonna reverse lunge, give me that knee lift. Step out to the side, give me that knee lift. You step forward, give me that knee lift, and then you give me that single leg deadlift. back to the beginning, reverse lunge, knee lift, side, together, step forward, lift, squeeze, single leg deadlift. I flew through that last one. You pick your pace here. My advanced friends are going to be able to pick it up and go a little bit faster. I don't care how fast you go though. I want a deep lunge. I want you to change what your glutes are doing here. I want you to really lengthen through that thigh. When you reach back into that single leg deadlift, think about your hips staying square, squeezing your right cheek as tight as you can at the top. That knee lift is so important. Whenever you're standing in the center, I want your knee lifted. If you need to tap your toe down as you start to get fatigued, you can. 30 seconds left. This is a long change as we combo it together because I really want you to be thoughtful. And if you're going slower, I appreciate it so much. Step back into that reverse lunge, give me that knee lift. That side lunge, all 10 toes face forward, press into your pinky toes as you step back. You're stepping forward, knee over that ankle, big lift. Give me one more of those nice big single leg lifts. You have 15 seconds, enough to give me one more change. You meet me in your single leg deadlift hold. You've got a hold to finish out this side in 5. Wherever you are, finish it out. I need you in your single leg deadlift in 3. Even if you're doing 2 in a row, 2. Everyone, extend that right leg hold. Extend that right leg hold. Option to have hands in prayer. Option to have hands in your hips, or you can even reach them towards me, like I'm gonna pull you out of this. And you hold right here for me. Legs should be tired. Soften the bend in your left knee. Nice. You're like, I can sit here all day. I love that. 10 seconds. Can you bend that left knee a little bit more? Can you squeeze that right glute for me? You can do this. Hold here for 5. For 4, you stand in 3. Last 2, 1, all up together. Big inhale. Big roll of your shoulders. There's no break. We go right into that opposite side. Shift your weight into your right leg. Left leg, you give me that reverse lunge. Knee lift. Side lunge. Knee lift. Step forward. Big lift. And then you give me that single leg deadlift. If you're falling out of it, take your time, because most of you have so much balance you don't even realize in those ankles. If anything doesn't feel good, stay in your reverse lunge, your side lunge, skip the deadlift, whatever you want to do, but I need you moving in those legs, that nice controlled motion here. 45 seconds to go. It is a minute as we combo because I want you to take your time if you can. I want you to stay in it the whole time. In that reverse lunge, if you don't have any knee issues, that knee is likely tapping that mat. In your side lunge, remember all 10 toes face forward, belly button pulls in, and then you press through the side of that foot to come into that standing leg work. 30 seconds to go. That's your halfway point. So much work rounding out those booties. You've got this. Give it so much love here for me today. You have 20 seconds to go, which means you're going to go around that world twice. You meet me in that single leg deadlift. That pinky toe is going to be extended to the back of the room, and you're going to squeeze those left cheeks as tight as you can. You have 10 seconds right here. Go through that round the world one more time on this side. Be thoughtful of where you're squeezing. In 5 seconds, I need you in your single leg deadlift for that hold. In 4, in 3, beautiful. 2, everyone extend left foot. Right foot is down. Bend that knee. Find that hold. Here's where you should be fatigued here. So here, I'm going to see how many times I can say the word here. If you can reach your hands to me, relax your shoulders, hinge forward, bend that right knee, squeeze and hold right there for me. You've got it. 5, in 4, you meet me center. You're going into body weight squats, no break. I'll give you water after this. 3, 2, 1. Heels on that mat, toes off. Go right into that squat squeeze. Lower down, lift and squeeze. My advanced friends start giving me the heel lift. Lower down, lift, squeeze. Press your knees back over those ankles. In 20 seconds, you get water, and then we slow it down. Big inhale, big exhale. You are repping it out here. You're repping it out. Just go ahead. I very rarely ask you to rep it out, but I want you to burn out those booties. Feel your inner thighs firing up. You've got 6 and 5. Yes, go into it. 4, lift. 3, lift. 2, last one, and you rest. You'll take some water. Give those legs a nice little tap. We slow it down here. Nice job. Big inhale, take water if you need to, and then you meet me back on this mat. Grab your weights for me. Grab your weights. Yes. Little arms. I feel like we should do something in those arms. Now soften the bend in your knees. I'm not going to add your legs into those arms just yet. So soften them, and then you're going to bring your weights right to your side, almost like your elbows are coming right behind your back. And then from here, I want you to reach and then pull, reach and then pull. So we extend and we bend, reach and pull. I promise you I worked out this morning, so I'm just not gonna hold weights. I'm gonna give my arms a little bit of a rest. Pull and press, pull and press. Think about squeezing shoulder blades, reaching long, squeezing and reaching. Here is 10 and 9. We go for 8 and 7. Little pulses out in 6 and 5. Keep those knees bent in 3. Last 2. Last one. Tiny pulses out and in, out and in. Burn out those arms. If you need to use Balas here instead of weights, if you have to go body weight, you will. You're gonna want to straighten out those legs. I want you to give me a soft bend, hips with distance, then press. Then press right here. Go 10. Palms face me. You've got it. 7 and 6. We hold in 5 and 4. Bend press in 3 and 2. You hold on one circle towards that front of the room. Circle and circle. Notice your shoulders are pulled away from your ears. Circle here and circle. Go for 6. Those arms that are down here better come all the way up. Thank you. Get those arms out there. I want like that way. I want it really long and strong for me. Reverse that circle. 8 and 7. Beautiful. 6 and a hold. 5 and a hold. Go 4 and 3. Final 2, 1. Fully extend those arms. Palms face down. Nice. Final. That lateral raise. Yes. Reach. Now you can't cheat. No one can bend those elbows. Lower lift squeeze. Yes, Jay. Soften those knees a hair for me. Just a hair. Yes. I feel like we're at like one of those like Greek weddings. You have to stand for 18 hours. Now then give you a little bit more space in those legs, just hip width distance. It'll just help you with that core a tiny bit. 8 and 7. Leave them lifted in 6. Yes, lots of shoulders. 5 and 4. 3 and 2. Everyone leaves them lifted. Palms are gonna face me. They face that ceiling. Right side overhead press. Right side only, it's only 6. You've got 4 to go right here. Big reach and back to center. In 2, you switch to that left arm for me. I know shoulders should be getting tired. Left side, 6, good. 5, you can do it. 4, keep reaching. You've got 3. We go together in 2. Last one, single arm, and now you go together. Reach, pull, reach and pull. Just 4 to go. 4, you've got it. 6 with those changes. 3 and we lower. 2 and we lower. Last one, hold it here. We rotate down, we rotate up. I know, rotate down, rotate up. It's 10, 9. I know we're faster with those light weights. 8, 7, good. 6 and 5. Final 4 and 3. Last 2 on 1. Lower those arms down right to your side. Bend those knees, hinge forward, go right into your kickback for me. Oh, we need those beautiful triceps, right into those kickbacks. 3 big changes with those triceps before we're back into those legs. Arms are quick. I want you to think about in that tricep extension right here, every time that you bend those elbows, they don't come anywhere. They stay right where they are. It's just those hands moving towards you. You are going to drop the weights. You're going into a plank. We've got little tiny pulses in our triceps. You have one more change and then we hit that plank. In 8 and 7, keep reaching. 6, 5, 4 and 3. Last 2 on 1. Stand all the way up. Connect those weights. They come to the nape of your neck and reach. Nape of your neck and reach. Here's where you're going to try to lock out your legs on me again. I know you could do these with a much heavier weight. So what I need you to think of right here is keeping your elbows in nice and narrow. Reach and press. Reach and press. Is your belly contracted? Are your knees bent? We hit the nice little plank position after this. You'll dive those hands down to your mat. Don't worry about your computer. You can always move it after. I want you to flow through it while your triceps are fatigued. In 5, 4, 3 and 2. Weights come down in front of you. Drop them down onto that mat. You walk back into that plank. Bend and press in your elbows. Bend and extend. It's not a tricep push-up. It's a couple inch bend and extend. Bend and extend. I need you to burn them out. 20 seconds to go. Yes, bring those elbows right back towards your ribcage. Nice work. Final 15 seconds. Don't stop. You get a child's pose after this. 10 and 9. Good. 8 and 7. Keep fighting. 6 and 5. You're there. 4, 3, 2, 1, and you rest. Press back. Really reach hands forward. Take a big inhale here for me. And then can you reach that right arm under your left? Good. Last little bit. We're going to go back into those legs because we just love them so much. Switch out those arms when you're ready. Bring that left side under that right. Good. Perfect for me. And then I want you to come back through center. You're gonna come onto your bottom. We've got a bridge series to do here. Then we got a hint of abs and you're out of it. My friends with those balls on, you can leave those balls on if you want to. No reason to get rid of them yet. If you have a heavier weight and you want to incorporate it, you're always welcome to. You'll hold it on your hips. But I want you to walk your feet in. You're gonna end up lifting your heels in this series. So I want you to take a big inhale here for me. I think for you have bands. If you have a band, go ahead and stick band above your knees just for the extra challenge if you want it. I know some of you want it. From here, hands come down to your side. You're gonna take a big inhale here for me, and then you're gonna exhale, lift up to the top of your range. Now tuck your tailbone under, less about height, more about that tuck for me. From here, I want you to come halfway down, lift, squeeze. Halfway down, lift, squeeze. So I want you to think in this bridge series, I'm gonna hit your hammies. I'm gonna hit lots of good things right here. And then all you're gonna do after this is a little hint of abs. So really fight for some really good booty work here. I need you to squeeze as tight as you can as you're in that. If you don't feel any pressure, if you did put a band on, oh, nice, Jay, you got one too. You're gonna walk those feet apart. I got a good series for you guys next week with those bands. You have 8 seconds and you stay at the top of your range. In 7 and 6, do not worry if you don't have a band, you're still gonna get more. 4 and 3, final 2, stay at the top for me. You're gonna press right leg out, left leg out. So you press right knee out, then left knee. Stay lifted. You're pressing out. Whether you have a band or not, you're going to feel that in that outer thigh. Hips stay square. Press right knee, then left knee. Stay lifted. Press right knee. Good. Then left knee. Can you start pressing out and in on those knees? Out and in here. 10. Stay lifted. 9, 8. Yes. 7. Don't drop. 6. Keep squeezing your butt. 4, in, 3, in, 2, and that last one, lower halfway down, lift, squeeze, press out. Lower down, lift, squeeze, press out on those knees, that abduction, lift, squeeze, press. You got it. Lift, squeeze, press, don't give up. 6 and 5, you meet me back at the top, and 4, we've got it. 3 and 2. Last one, hold, reset, press hands into that mat. You lift right heel, then that left heel. Just like you would pedal out in a second position, lift right heel, lift that left heel. You're just switching which heel is lifted. 10, stay up there. 9, hamstrings start to get warm. 8, keep squeezing your butt for me. 6, oh, those balls gotta feel good. 5, both heels together. 4 and 3. Both heels lift, both heels lower. Yes, you can. Both heels lift, both heels lower. Now keep that booty up there. Your butt does not move, just your heels. 4, you're gonna keep your heels lifted for me. In 3, you're gonna stay lifted. In 2, keep heels lifted right there. Yup. Now pulse up an inch with your butt, down an inch. Squeeze up an inch and then down an inch. I want your butts on fire. It doesn't have to be fast. Up an inch, down 1 inch. Squeeze, lift and lower. Squeeze and lift and lower. You can do this. Heels are so high all the way to your first 3 toes, and then you were just pressing at the top for me. Hold that press out on that band, or press your knees out. Even if you don't have that band, stay lifted. Only 1 change to go. I know you have it. 10 and 9, stay up there. 8, 7, reach those hands towards the ceiling. 6 and 5, keep pressing. 4, 3, let's add it together. In 2, you squeeze, lift, press it out. Squeeze, lift, press it out. Squeeze, lift, and you press. Don't give up. Squeeze and we press. Heels are high, abs are in. You've got 10, 9, 8, and you rest. Don't give up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, 1, lower, and you rest. My girls with bands, leave them on. You're gonna use them in this last series. Everyone take a big inhale, pull knees into your chest. We finish with some abs. If they're tired, hang in there for me, please. Big inhale. I want my girls with the bands to put them around the balls of your feet, right in the center of your foot. Whether you have a band or not, this is gonna be a hard series, so don't stress. Band goes around those ankles. If you have balas on, do not let this go into your hip flexors. Ditch the balas if you need to. Your heels are going to be down. Your toes are going to be lifted, similar to where we started. But now you're going to walk your feet apart 1 more inch if you have a band, and you're going to be on fire from the start. Everyone take a big inhale. Tuck tailbone under. From now, you're going to put your hands under your head, lift into your crunch, then knees come to your elbows. You tap heels down, lower down. So you crunch, lift,
Bring knees to elbow, lower those heels, lower your head. Can we add it together? Knees tap, those elbows lower everything down. Keep pressing into your band. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. You have 2 more. Stay at the top of this next one. Tap knees to elbow. Just tap and tap. Keep feet flexed. Keep pressing into that band. I know. 8, 7. Good. 6 and 5. We add it together. 1 full range. 3 pulses in 3 and 2. Last one. Lower all the way down. 3 pulses. 3 and 2. On 1. Lower everything down. Exhale. 3 and 2. 1, lower everything down. 2 more, yes you can. Full lift, up, good. 2 and 3. Last one, all the way up. 3 pulses. 3, beautiful. 2 and 1. Grab your knees, bring them into your chest. Leave your band right where it is. Hold. From here, everyone's legs come into a tabletop position. Doesn't matter if you have bands or not. If you do not have a band, your knees are going to be closer together. Hands come behind your head. You're going to lift into your crunch. Extend your legs out straight. Drop them down an inch, up an inch, back in, lower. Exhale, lift into your crunch. Extend your legs. Drop them down an inch, up an inch, back in, and lower. Lift, extend legs. Down an inch, up an inch, back in, lower. On this next one, stay lifted. If you have a band, press out on that band. If you don't have a band, you're going to press out on it anyway. 8, 7, if you want to reach your hands, you can. 6, 5, don't give up on it. 4 and 3, last 2, knees come into your chest. Hug your knees here for a second, and then I want you to find that extension, that tabletop. Reach for your ankles. You're in your bicycles here with that band switching. If you do not have a band, hands stay behind your head. Just switch those feet out. Right where you started class is where you finished. The only difference is you have a band on. Some of my friends, keep going. We're out after this. We're out after this. If you want to ditch the band and hit your bicycle, you can. You're right at the end. You're in that last little bit of work right here. Nice job today, ladies. I'll email schedule out for next week. Give me that final 10 and 9. You've got 8. Don't give up. Don't give up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone rest. You made it. Knees into chest. Those